Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Classes Online. My name is Benjamin. In today's video, we are going to look at how to analyze unseen poetry. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video goes live on this channel, you will be notified instantly. In the description box below, you will find a link to a free PDF file that teaches aspects of English grammar, specifically the basic units of English grammar. You will find it useful. So if you are interested, you can click on the link and download a free PDF file that contains that teaching. Then you will also find a link to my book, my ebook titled Good Success in English. It's an all-encompassing English book. It is a complete study package for effective English learning, and it covers the major areas, all the major areas of language proficiency. So if you are interested in gaining proficiency in the use of English, then you need a copy of this ebook, Good Success in English. You will find a link in the description box below. Just click on the link and it will take you to the book page where you can grab a copy of the book. Now, having said this, let's dive into the lesson right away. Let's take a quick look at the agenda for today's lesson. Number one, what does it mean to analyze literature? Two, what analyzing literature is not. And three, how to analyze literature. So let's go into this one by one. What does it mean to analyze literature? To analyze something is to examine it in order to explain and interpret it. This is really very important. So to analyze literature is to examine its parts in order to explain and interpret what the entire work is all about. So that is what it means to analyze literature. You examine it in order to explain and interpret it. Now let's look at what analyzing literature is not. Now, and these are the things that some students do and they lose a lot of marks. So you need to avoid them. Analyzing literature is not any of the following which must be avoided. Number one, analyzing literature is not reciting the story of the novel, play, or poem unless you are specifically instructed to do so. All right? And then number two, analyzing literature is not trying to summarize the entire text. That's not really what it means to analyze literature. Because when you try to summarize everything you know about the text, then you spend a lot of time and you are doing the wrong thing. Unless you are specifically asked to summarize some aspects of that work of art or that literary work, then you do it. Now, number three, analyzing literature is not exactly narrating the interesting incidents in the text. You may narrate some interesting incidents in the text if that is relevant to the question. But when you are asked to analyze, it's not the time to begin to narrate a story. All right. Now, having said this, I must emphasize here that analyzing literature has to do with something much more than that. So let's look at it, how to analyze literature. Number one, you identify the literary elements in the given text, such as the setting, the plot, characters, theme, mood, and tone, imagery, symbolism, narrative techniques, dramatic techniques, poetic devices, and so on and so forth. Number two, you may present an argument depending on the literary genre you are analyzing, and depending also on the question that you are solving or responding to. So you may present an argument or pick a theme. In some cases, you might be asked to identify the theme or to, analyze the theme. And then you support it with relevant literary elements as direct evidence from the text. Okay, so this is really very important in analyzing literature, just as in other relevant analysis. There is need always to back up your analysis with evidence. In the case of literary analysis, your evidence is from the text. All right. Now, what is unseen poetry? Because in this video, we are zeroing in on how to analyze unseen poetry. So the question is, what exactly is unseen poetry? Now, unseen poetry refers to poems which candidates are required to analyze in an examination, even though they have not studied the text before. It is unseen because it is presumed that the candidate has not seen it or learned about it prior to the exam. For example, you are preparing for an exam, a literature in English exam, and you are reading the text because these texts have been prescribed, they have been recommended. So you are studying them, and preparing to answer questions on them. Now, those are the officially recommended or approved texts, for the examination. But then an unseen poem or an unseen prose, because you have unseen prose, unseen drama as well, it is unseen because it's not part of the approved text. And so it's not part of those texts that you have been reading, you have been studying and preparing for the exam. So unseen text, unseen poem, an unseen poem is taken from somewhere else, from outside the approved text, and you just find it on your answer, on your question paper, and what will help you is your literary analytical knowledge, your knowledge of literary analysis, how to analyze literary works. That's what will help you. And that is why we are doing this, so that you will know how to analyze unseen poetry or any of the other genres of literature. So let's now go into the question. We have taken today's question from Lagos State Basic Education Certificate Examination of 2016, English Studies Theory, Section C, which is Literature in English. Now, the instruction is as follows. Answer 3 questions from this section. A question from each of the 3 genres of literature in English: drama, prose, and poetry. And then we are looking at question 6, which is unseen poetry. Now, let's go through the poem, and then I will take you, I'll walk you through the steps for analyzing this piece of poetry or this poem in in answer to the given questions. Now let's read through it. Come, my friend, let's sing a song. For times that were and are no more. Surely, surely the doom is near. It comes, it comes. I see it here. Swiftly, slowly, what does it matter? Let's sing about the lack of vision, of greed and mad ambition that stones the mind and stops the heart from hearing a rhythm of love. So we have read through this poem. Now, sometime you might even decide to read through the question, all right, but it's good you read through the poem because a piece of poem in itself is an enjoyable piece of text if you are a literature student, if you are really passionate about literature. Now, I remember William Wordsworth, a notable English scholar. He defined poetry as the outpouring of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility. The outpouring of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility. So uh, when you are looking at a poem, you are looking at a piece of writing in which the poet has expressed his or her emotions, very powerful emotions. So you need to emotionally connect with the poem so that you will be able to appreciate it. Now let's look at the questions. Question number I, bring out 4 themes mentioned in the above poem. I bring out the repetitions in the poem. Okay, so now what exactly is theme? A theme in a work of art or a work of literature is a main idea expressed. You know, you can say it is what that poem or that novel or that play is really about. Now, another way of looking at themes is to look at themes as the social issues raised in the text. You know, social issues, major ideas, you know, lessons about life. All right, key points relevant to life and human experience. All right, so that's the way to look at themes. So let's now go through it. Let's go into answering the question. To answer question I, you read the poem and identify the themes. This is the basic step you need to take. So I'm going to do that, and I want to really pick. I want to be able to point to it. All right. Okay. So let's begin with line 1 of the poem. Come, my friend. Come, my friend, let's sing a song. Well, at this point, uh, we are still looking for one of the themes. For times that were and are no more. So here really we find that this is relevant to theme. You know, how do you identify a theme in a work of art? Now, everything boils down to the use of words. You know, words and the raw materials with which literature is produced. So you can't analyze literature outside the words used by the writer if it is a poem by the poets in this case. Now, for times that were and are no more. So in this case, when you look at the tone of the poem, we have gone through the poem, and the tone is that of disappointment. The tone is that of sadness, is that of sorrows, is that of disillusionment. The poet is disappointed with the negative changes taking place in the society. Now, he is saying that things were better in the past, but that things are getting worse every day in modern times. All right. For times that were and are no more, surely, surely the doom is near. You can look at the word doom and you discover that it is really, you know, it's danger, you know. So that shows you the tone. The tone of a poem is also identified by the poet's choice of words. You can't be talking of doom and then then you will be talking of a bright future. No. So here you are saying that something bad is happening and that it portends danger for the future. So that is exactly what it is. So in other words, just look at the way we have put it. Uh, line 2, all right, line 2 has given us the the idea that the poet is talking about the negative changes in the society. In other words, he's saying that things are getting worse. So the idea that things are getting worse in modern times is one of the themes of the poem. All right. Then let's proceed. Surely, surely the doom is near. It is also another theme, the theme of doom, if you like. All right, you can call it the theme of doom, or you can say that the future generation will suffer the consequences of today's uh, uh, situation. You know, it is saying that surely, surely the doom is near. It's not here, but it's coming. It's referring to the future. So it's talking of the fact that danger is looming. That's what it means. And that is another theme. Then let's continue. It comes, I see it here. Swiftly, slowly, what does it matter? Let's sing about the lack of vision. So you can see the theme of lack of vision is also here. The theme of lack of vision. The other one we talked about the theme of doom, and here we are looking at the theme of lack of vision. And what we are looking at there is that, you know, uh, we are looking at the future generation, you know, the possibility of their suffering the consequences of the danger that is looming, you know. So that's exactly what it is. Or you can simply say the theme of doom or the theme of an approaching danger. All right. But you can connect this. Now, one of the things you can take away from this poem is that the poet is lamenting the moral decadence in the society, you know, moral decadence, moral decay, if you like, or corruption. All right. So the lack of vision now refers to leaders. It shows that the leaders lack vision. So you can look at it here, lack of vision. The leaders don't plan ahead for the good of society. They don't do things that will bring a better future for the masses. All right. So lack of vision. So then the next line of greed and mad ambition. So we can talk of the theme of greed and mad ambition. And we can look at it as what is really happening. You know, greed has taken over the society, and a lot of people are so greedy that they can kill in order to get at wealth. Their ambition is so high. When you talk of people vying for political office, they want to become president, they want to become governor, they can kill their opponents if they can send political thugs, they can send hired assassins, they can kill because of their mad ambition. All right. Then we look at the two last lines. You know, they are connected with the third to the last. Of greed and mad ambition that stones the mind and stops the heart from bearing a rhythm of love. Now, is lack of love. But that's not just, it's not just the theme of lovelessness or lack of love, but is connected to the idea of what has actually uh, caused this lack of love. Now, it is love hindered by greed and mad ambition. All right, because here we can see the connection. We can see the cause and effect. Greed and mad ambition stones the mind and stops the heart from bearing a rhythm of love. You know, so that actually is the situation. And because of greed, you can see, you can find people who, you know, have who are so greedy that even the love for their parents dies in their heart. When you see a young man killing the parents, either the father or the mother or any of the biological relations, just for ritual purpose in order to get at wealth, it tells you that greed and mad ambition can stone the mind and stop the heart from loving. A heart that loves. You know, you can see a young man telling a girl, I love you, I love you. And he lures this young girl into a secluded place. And then he and his gang, you know, end up killing the innocent girl who actually followed this young man because she believed that the young man loves her. But you can see that greed has killed the love in the heart of the man, and all he's thinking is how to get at wealth. So he can even kill the girl he pretends to love. All right. So the poem is really relevant to our present day society. We can always relate a piece of literature, whether it is a poem, a novel, or a play, to our present day society. This is because literature itself has been described as a mirror of the society. So whenever you have a piece of literature, you can relate it to the happenings in your immediate environment. And so we have been able to analyze the theme, and I've shown you how to do that. Now let's go to the second question, which is question II. All right, so let me undo the marks so that we won't carry the marks over. Okay, so having done that, let's now quickly move to the, okay. Now, question II is asking you to bring out the repetitions in the poem. So repetition is one of the poetic devices, all right? Is one of the literary devices that a poet can use in a poem. A poetic device is, you know, it is an aspect of the use of language. It is how the poet uses language to add flavor to the writing. And repetition is one of them. Repetition in most cases is used to achieve emphasis or dramatic effect. So to answer question II, read the poem and identify the repetitions. You can see the simple procedure when we were solving question number I, bringing out the themes. I told you that the procedure is to read the poem and identify the themes. And here, there is no other procedure. The procedure remains the same. Read the poem and identify the repetition. All right? You can't analyze the poem outside the poem. So that is obvious. Now let's look for repetitions. Let's identify repetition. Now, repetition is just self-evidence. It is self-explanatory. Whenever you find a word repeated, that is an evidence of repetition. So let's look for it. Come, my friend. Well, let me see how we can point at what we are saying. So, line number 1, let's see if there's a repetition there. Come, my friend, let's sing a song, no repetition. Line 2, for times that were and are no more, no word is repeated. Line 3, surely, surely the doom is near. Yes, surely is repeated here. So here we have evidence of repetition. Then the next line, it comes, that's another evidence, you know, comes is repeated. So we pick this also as another instance of repetition. Swiftly, slowly, what does it matter? No repetition. Let's sing about the lack of vision. Gives us a repetition of let's sing. You can see in the first stanza, we have let's sing. Let's sing is repeated here. Let's sing. All right. So repetition actually emphasizes an aspect of a work of art. Now, of greed and mad ambition, no repetition. That stirs the mind, that stirs the heart, no repetition. From bearing a rhythm of love, no repetition. So we have been able to identify 3 repetitions. We have written 2 here. So let's write the third one. Okay. So you can see that the more you look at it, the more you'll be able to find other repetitions. So what do we have here? Let's sing. So, all right. You can put 3 dots because it's not a whole line that is that we can point at. We have let's sing as part of line 1, and then we have let's sing as part of line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as part of line 6. All right. So that is exactly how to analyze literature. The repetitions used in the poem are A, surely, surely the doom is near. B, it comes, I see it here. C, let's sing. So you can see these are the repetitions. And this is where we are going to draw the curtain in today's lesson. I hope you learned the various analytical tools that we have used in today's lesson. Let me undo this so that all right. Okay. Well, let me see if the eraser is really, yes, that works. So let's wipe this. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. We have been looking at how to analyze unseen poetry. If you enjoyed today's video, like it and share it with your friends and relations. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, this is the appropriate time to hit the subscribe button and make sure you also click on the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video on the channel, you'll be notified instantly. Remember, I have a free PDF file for you which discusses the basic units of English grammar. Of course, you know that this is an English teaching channel. We teach various key areas of proficiency in English. Now, whatever topic that matters in English, everything English is taught on this channel. And we also teach all other things that English can become a tool for teaching, such as content creation, content marketing, online business. We teach and share ideas using the power of language. All right. So if you are new to the channel and you have not yet subscribed, this is the actual time for you to really make sure you subscribe to the channel. And this is actually a channel where you would like to be. Now, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget that I have an ebook which will help you in learning all the various key topics in English, in the English language. It is titled Good Success in English. And if you are interested in a copy of the ebook, just click on the link in the description box. It will take you to the book page where you will grab your own copy of the ebook. I want to say a big thank you to all of you for giving your massive support to this channel. This channel started not long ago. We have gone from 0 subscriber to 4,300 and something subscribers. We also went from 0 watch hours to thousands of watch hours. All right. So, and we couldn't have achieved this without you. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you for being part of this community. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye for now and remain blessed. Thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you in the new video.